Hello my friends, today another Royale video. We will be talking about the solo queue. What makes a good deck to be successful in the solo queue. Let's have a look. Let's talk about the deck first. What makes a good deck for solo queuing? Your main problem in solo queue is your opponent. You don't know if it's going to be a good one, will he have a good deck, will he be trolling, you don't know. So the better you can self-sustain in co-op solo queue, the better you will do. Let's go over the deck now. As main damage dealer we will be using Zealot. Then we have Bombardier. This will be our control, our stunner. We have Knight Statue. Knight Statue got a nice little buff, which will be providing us with attack speed and crit. Then we have the Executioner. His name speaks for itself. He will be executing. He will be finishing off the mobs. If they get low enough, he will just take them out. Really nice for co-op. And last but not least, we're in solo queue, we need to have some sustain, so we will be using the magic Cauldron for our mana. Let's go over some facts you need to know about this deck, and we will start with Zealot, our main damage dealer. Zealot does more damage the more mana you have. But what is more mana and how much mana do you need to get decent damage? Therefore, I want to give a shout out to Orshi. It's a player on Discord who calculated this. Basically what you need to know is 10,000 mana, that's the sweet spot. At 10,000 mana you will have a 2.5 damage modifier. And at 60,000 mana you will only have a 3-point damage modifier. So 2.5 at 10k mana, 3 at 60k mana. So around 10k, anything above 10k is fine. Getting to 3 points and 60k mana, it's kind of a waste, and yeah, you won't benefit from that. Then we have the Bombardier, the good old classic. Basically just stun him, crowd control, and he's really nice to stun some bosses, as you can see right here. Next on our list is the Knight Statue, which is our basically damage support. This will be giving us attack speed and crit. You need 3 units, 5 units or 7 units to benefit from the effect. And on top of that, when you merge them to a higher rank, they will become more effective. The next unit is the Executioner, one of the new units from the last update. I absolutely love this one. It's one of my favorite units at the moment. What does this guy do? Basically, when you get a monster or a boss to a certain percentage of health, if he gets below that, the Executioner will just take him out. At max level, this will be a whopping 44%, which is huge. Love the unit.
Like your girlfriend, but hotter.
Last but not least, we will be having the magic Cauldron. We are in solo queue, so we can't depend on our opponent, well, not opponent, but our partner, which is random. So we also need some sustain. This will come from the magic Cauldron. It will give us mana. It's simple as that. Try and get some mana in there and yeah, get you going. should you play this deck? Well, it's fairly simple. You of course need a couple of Zealots on the board at a decent level to do your damage. Like you can see now, we're at the Warlock and he's wave 40. He has some HP going on for him, so we need to do a lot of damage. Here the stuns come in really nicely, as you can see. My partner and we both have the Bombardier, so we're stunning him left and right, which is good. We have similar decks, a bit different. The Executioner here comes in really handy, because if you will see right now, if he comes to a certain level, he will go down. Look, boom. He had like 500k left and he went down like that. Other than that, I have 3 statues going on. You could try going to 5. It's a bit random. It depends on how your board goes. The Executioner, 1 Executioner should be enough. Also, kind of depends how you get your board going. I like to have 2 Bombardiers at least at a good level. That's nice. And other than that, enough mana cauldrons. In this game, I was having a bit of bad luck with the mana cauldrons. I would have liked, you know, like now those 2 Executioners could have been mana cauldrons. It depends a bit on how the game and your board evolves. Making this video, making the recordings anyway, I've gotten a couple of good opponents, decent, you know, where you could reach a certain level with. So it's certainly not impossible. I know sometimes there's people, you know, disconnecting and stuff. It's really annoying, but if you're lucky, or if you get a decent opponent, this deck really can get you pretty far. What you want to think is, are you trying to get as far as possible, or are you trying to farm for gold? If you're farming for gold, that's the thing you should do in solo queue. If you want to go for glory and go for a high level, I suggest you find a co-op partner and, you know, work together towards your goal. And yes, you can play together now. If you click on the play button, the co-op play button together with your mate, if you time it and you click together, if you're in the same trophy range, more or less, you have a high chance of teaming up together. So try it out. We were talking solo queue, so our goal is to farm gold efficiently. This deck brings you to 55 if you get lucky with your co-op partner, and that will bring you 1165 gold each time. So half an hour, 40 minutes, 1165 gold. Keep in mind, if you're stuck at the moment with your deck at like wave 30, that isn't necessarily a bad thing either. Like 15-20 minutes to reach wave 30 and get that gold even faster. I didn't do the math myself, so I don't know which is best, you know, going to 50, 55 or going to 30, but it might also be beneficial. So don't get too alarmed or don't get mad. Keep trying, and there is many decks that can succeed in solo queue. This is just one example.
I know that it is hard to understand. I know I was born to do this. All eyes on me. All eyes on me. I said I'm getting through this. Wait for me, please. Wait for me, please.
As I just mentioned, this is just one example of a deck that can succeed in solo queue. I made it a sustainable deck, you know, with more potential. So the better partner you have, maybe if you get like a good support deck partner by chance, you can go a lot further. But anyway, there's other decks that can succeed. There's more than one option. You could take a look at my tier list. You can find the link down below in the comments. This list is going a lot of updates right now and a lot of changes because a new patch arrived, version 3.0 to the game. So new cards, new possibilities. I'm trying to figure out everything, talking to people, testing things, and a lot of changes are happening. So keep an eye on the tier list and a lot of new decks coming your way to play with and to test. Good luck, guys.
I know it is too little, too late. Everything is upside down and strange. But you are my ground tonight. If we stay together, we will be alright. You need to move closer, dear. Destiny is all that we need to feel. Oh, good. Don't ever have to leave. Don't ever have to stay.
Subscribe now.